Hello, my viewers. Welcome once again to Hugar Social Academy. We are on the topic called as collective behavior and protest from the sociology topic. In our last session, we have learned about what does mob mean, what does the influence of the mob, what does riots mean, influence of the riots, its nature. We learned about the movements and we learned about the environmental pollution also. Now, in this session, we are going to learn regarding the different protests which took place in the country called as India. Regarding the protest, it's an environmental protest to save the environment in the different region, in the different areas. The people gathered together to give a message to all the number of people living in the different corner of the world. By gathering, by protesting, they made us to understand the importance of the nature. Different intellectuals, environmental lovers, environmentalists, all together, they came forward against the illegal actions or legal actions by the government or not by the government. When it is a talk regarding the environmental pollution, we came together. Dear, this we very well know that trees plays a very important role in keeping the environmental clean. Today when we listen that Antarctica, Arctic, these are the places where we see the mountains of ice, which we call it as the icebergs. Today, due to the continuous pollution in the environment, has made that our icebergs are very fast. They are depleting, which is creating a biggest danger for the survive of the environment. If environment is not there, then how can the human being can live happily on the land surface area which is available to us now? We are in a need of, if we particularly talk about the country called as India, we are in a need of 33 percentage of area to be covered in a forest area. We are still on 21 percentage we have covered. We are in a requirement of more to reach up to the 33, and this can only be possible if we all together join our hands. If environmentalist or environmental intellectuals, if they join with us or the common people join with them, then definitely we can stop many number of cutting down of the forest area. Now it's a time to protest, right? In the country called as India, many number of actions have been taken to protect the environment, and people also played a major role in this. Let us understand the different movements which took place to stop the environmental pollution, so that the environment can live, or we can live in the environment in a happy way, and we can also give a good environment to the upcoming generation. So here are the movements called as a Chipko movement. Okay, the movement called as a Chipko movement, which was done under the leadership of Sundar Lal Bahuguna and Chandi Prasad Bhatt, which took place at the Uttarakhand in the year 1973. It was been found that, right? It was been found that the contractors who came over there to cut down the forest area, when people got the news that, when people they got the news that the contractors on the government orders who have came there to cut down the number of trees, when they got to know that, all the people of the village, they came to the way to that particular area and they hugged the trees. They gave the message that trees should remain, because trees are the one who plays a very important role in keeping the environment to clean. So the permission which was been given to chop down the trees, to cut down the trees, due to the effort of the people, as people didn't allow that, the persons who came to cut down the trees or to chop the trees, right, made that they have to return back. The permission which was been given, that was been withdrawn. This was the message to the home, to the every area of the India and outside of the world, that trees plays a very important role. So the incident took place in the place called as Uttarakhand, under the leadership of Sundar Lal Bahuguna and Chandni Prasad Bhatt, which we call it as a Chipko movement. Okay. Another side, there is a movement called as Appiko movement. Appiko movement, which took place in the where, in the Karnataka, at the Uttar Kannada district area, Salani village, in the year 1983. Okay, here also the same incident took place when contractors came to what, to cut down the trees. People of the village of the Salani village, they hugged the number of trees. Okay, they did not allow the contractor to cut down the trees, which was nothing but to create a awareness among the people about the importance of the environment, that how environment plays a very important role in day to day life. We very well know that, dear, today we are alive, it's because of which one? Because of the oxygen which is been given by the home, by the trees. If trees would not be there, then the surviveness not only of the human being, of the number of small to small tiny species also, no one is going to survive. So it was related to the, to stop of the cutting down of the trees, that took place in the year 1983 in the Salan village at the Uttarakhand. In the same way, Narmada movement which took place, that took place in the where, in the Gujarat. Okay, it was against the Sardar Sarovar project. It was against the Sardar Sarovar project, as it was been decided that on the Narmada river the dam is going to be what, to be constructed. Okay, under the leadership of Megha Patkar and Baba Amte, we have seen that the huge amount of negotiation was being done to stop, as we very, as if the dam was been allowed to be constructed, if the dam is allowed to be constructed, then to construct a dam, right, huge amount of trees are going to be cut down. Okay, now for example, now see, when the dam has to be constructed, we have to little bit give a path of the river to the other direction, to the other direction. So to give to the other direction, again that surface area also has to be cut down. And once the dam is been constructed, again to the same area, again the number of forests which are on the way, that will also be, that will also be, has to be done. So this side also we are going to lose the trees, and this side also we are going to lose the trees. So which shows what it is, that huge amount of trees is going to be cut down. Okay, now trees are nothing but what they are, they are the house of number of birds, animals, insects. This is one side. Second, the trees which are keeping the environmental clean, which consumes a huge amount of carbon dioxide and gives us a pure air, which we call it as a oxygen. So here, under Narmada Bachao Andolan, Narmada Bachao Andolan, on the banner of that, Megha Patkar and Baba Amte revolted, and it was being seen that it was decided to what, to rethink on it and to go with the other proposals. This was Narmada Bachao Andolan, which we call it as a Narmada movement. Another way, it is a Silent Valley movement, it is, which took place in the where, in the Kerala. Okay, Falgad Taluk, which took place in the where, in the Kerala, under the leadership of Kerala Sahitya Parishad and wildlife enthusiasts. Kerala Sahitya Parishad, Wildlife Enthusiasts, these are, these organization, they came forward for the protection or the stop of the cutting down of a huge number of trees. Okay, huge number of trees. So once again the movement was related to the saving, safe of the environment. So here the Kerala Sahitya Parishad and wildlife enthusiasts, what they did, they together they came forward to what to do, to overcome over the plan which has been made. Now, as I once again, as it is same thing, what forest are nothing but like how to the human being this open surface area, okay, right? As human being prepares homes, houses for himself, for the others, where human beings live, right? Like how human beings are having the rights to live on this earth. In the same way, the forest is a house of to the number of animals, to protect, to save the animals, to save the wildlife. Okay, what is been done? The revolt was been done by the people at the Falgar Taluk in the where in the Kerala by the Kerala Sahitya Parishad and wildlife enthusiasts, and the movement was been, and the action which was decided to do that was been withdrawn. Another movement is called about, it's a Kaiga movement. It's related to the nuclear power generation center, which took place in the Kaiga in the Karnataka under the leadership of Dr. Shivram Karnal. The purpose what it is that the nuclear plant, the proposal of nuclear plant to be established in the where in the Kaiga, the people when they got the news related to that, all the villages they stood against the project called as nuclear power plant generation center, as people were being afraid of the radiations which are going to be released from this nuclear plant, which can affect to the agriculture sector and also to the animals, birds, including the human beings, so the number of environmentalists what they did and the villages what they did, they together they stood forward to stop, to not to allow to build the nuclear power generation center at the Kaiga. Now here majorly what we see that these are the nuclear generation power projects which generates huge amount of radiations. Yes, one side there is a big benefit of this also, as human being need of what electricity, it's a need of, and we very well know that we with the help of the rivers we produce the hydroelectric project, we produce it. But nowadays if we, and we are seeing that there is a lot of changes in the environment, there is a need of the electricity, and again this is a need by whom, by the public itself, as public for the fulfillment of his desires, his wants, he want the new things, and to have the new things, again there is a need of new experiments are being done, and this, for this the human being again himself, he is exploiting the nature. So one side is exploiting the nature, another side he want to save the environment also. So power generation projects which can create a huge damage to the environment was being opposed by whom? By the Dr. Shivram Karnad as well as the villagers. In the same way here, MRPL movement. Okay, it's regarding the again Mangalore Refineries and Petrochemical Limited. It is Mangalore Refineries and Petrochemical Limited. All the environmentalists, as they came to know regarding our in their knowledge when it came regarding the making of the Mangalore Refineries and Petrochemical Limited, right, which is an oil refinery, right? Again here, too much of pollution to the environment. To stop this, what is being done? All the environmentalists and the people, they joined the movement, and this collective behavior made to step back. So in this form, whether it may be Chipko movement, Silent Valley movement, Appico movement, Kaiga movement, or Narmada movement or MRPL movement, in all these movements we have seen that people have taken a proper step. The only purpose is that to stop the exploitation, to make our environment to be clean, to give or to create a awareness among the people regarding the essential of the forest area or about the forest. So huge number of forest if would be there, then our environment is going to remain in a very proper way. Otherwise, present day what we are facing more than the tough, it will be faced by the upcoming generation who will suffer for the clean oxygen. If proper supply of oxygen will be not there, then definitely the human being or the any other creatures on this or on this earth or on this land, he or she are going to suffer with the different diseases. So we have to keep our environment very clean. So these all were the different movements which took place in the way in the different corner of India, only and only to what to do to safeguard the environment. So these all were regarding the movement cities. Okay, let us more learn the different other movements apart from the protection of the environment. Apart from that, different movements which took place in the where in the country, and what was the purpose of that environment? Sorry, what was the purpose of that movements? Let us understand in our next session.